Welcome to Math with Professor V. Here is your latest integral of the day. We have indefinite integral of the natural log of x squared plus 2x plus 2 dx. I like this one because it just has a few unconventional twists, and I thought it was good review. My Calc 2 class is taking another exam this coming week, so this is a nice challenging problem. Pause the video if you want to try it on your own. I'm going to start off doing integration by parts immediately. Anytime I see we've got natural log in our integrand and pretty much nothing else, then it's a good sign. It's time for integration by parts. So I'm going to let u be natural log of x squared plus 2x plus 2, and then dv will be just dx. So then du, derivative of natural log something, is always 1 over the something. And then we need to do the chain rule, multiply by the derivative of x squared plus 2x plus 2, which is just 2x plus 2. Don't forget that dx. And then v is going to be antiderivative of 1, which is just x. Okay, so now let's apply our by parts formula. We're going to have u times v, so x ln x squared plus 2x plus 2 minus integral v du. I'm going to, if you will allow me, distribute the x through the numerator, okay? So we'll have 2x squared plus 2x over x squared plus 2x plus 2 dx. So far, so good? Okay, perfect. First thing I notice now, what's left in the remaining integral is a polynomial in the top, polynomial in the bottom, but they're equal degree. So before I proceed, let me do long division, because you always want higher degree in the denominator, unless something's going to factor and cancel, which it's not. So I don't see any other maneuver I could make at the moment. So I'm like, okay, let me long divide. So x squared plus 2x plus 2 goes into 2x squared plus 2x. Okay, what do I multiply x squared by to make it 2x squared? Just 2. Then I distribute that 2, so it's going to be 2x squared plus 4x plus 4. Subtract that from the row above. The 2x squareds cancel, and then I have negative 2x minus 4. So that's my remainder. So we can rewrite everything as x natural log x squared plus 2x plus 2 minus integral 2, and then I have minus both of those. So let me just put the minus outside, and then I have 2x plus 4 over the divisor, or the original denominator, x squared plus 2x plus 2 dx. Good? Okay, lovely. Then you go, how am I going to proceed from here? Normally, when you're dealing with rational functions, our typical go-to is you're going to do partial fraction decomposition on the remainder, but we can't this time because the denominator, it doesn't factor. So at that point, usually we'll try to complete the square and whatnot, and then we'll have to do some sort of u-sub and a trig inverse. That's the way it normally unfolds. What I like to do is kind of take a little peek, though, at the denominator, and I'll say, like, if I make a substitution, say I already used up u, so say I let t be the whole denominator, x squared plus 2x plus 2. By chance, is dt sitting there waiting for me in the numerator? Dt would be 2x plus 2 dx. I mean, it almost is. I have 2x plus 4, but couldn't I break that up into 2x plus 2 plus 2? Group those over the denominator and then leave that extra 2 off on its own? I sure can. So that seems like the cleanest route to take. So we'll have x ln x squared plus 2x plus 2 minus integral 2 minus, now I'm going to put just 2x plus 2 over x squared plus 2x plus 2. And then I have another, now be careful because I have this big minus sign, right? So this is really a negative 4 that I'm splitting into negative 2 and negative 2. So minus 2 over x squared plus 2x plus 2 dx. Good? Perfect. So now let's look at everything term by term. See, can we take the antiderivative? Antiderivative of 2, we got it. This one, I'm not going to write the full substitution out, but basically t is the denominator. That's dt, so it's just going to be ln of the bottom. We got it. Now what about this pesky little guy? Well, we already established that denominator won't factor, but I can complete the square. So it's going to be x plus 1 squared. Then I still have a plus 1. And that's just good old tan inverse, right? So hopefully you remember. I'll just say recall. When you have integral 1 over x squared plus a squared dx, it's going to be 1 over a tan inverse x over a plus c. What's different? Well, here I have x plus 1 instead of plain old x, but that's fine. There's no coefficient in front of the x, so that won't affect anything. And then 1 is my a. So I think we're in business. If you need to write more steps out, feel free. I don't. X ln, and then when my students get to the point too where they can kind of do the u-subs in their head, I love it. Okay, let's take the antiderivative. So it'll be minus 2x. Then this will distribute, it'll be plus, remember we just had ln of the denominator, which isn't going to be negative, so I'm just going to leave parentheses. And then this is going to be plus 2 tan inverse x plus 1. Very good, plus c. Okay, and then before we box it with immense pride and satisfaction, notice both these terms have ln of the same quantity, same argument. So let me just factor it out really slick, snazzy. This is x plus 1, ln x squared plus 2x plus 2 minus 2x plus 2 tan inverse x plus 1 plus c. Good? Perfect. Okay, so that concludes your integral of the day. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and please leave me a comment down below. How did you solve it? Did you take a totally different approach? Did I skip too many steps for you guys at the end, or was it just right? I know everyone watching is at a different level. Like some people watch, well, and they're just learning integrals. Other people watch just for fun, and they've long since taken a math class, but they just do it to keep their skills sharp. So let me know in the comments if you needed more breakdown, less breakdown, or if it was just right. Thank you guys so much for your support. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and I'll be back with more math content sooner than later. Bye.